DSi in here. Today I'm going to be doing a general review of the Nintendo DSi. I know I've done a lot of DSi videos lately. After this one I might do a walkthrough if you guys request it, but this is probably going to be my last one for a while, so we'll see. But anyway, this is going to be a review, not a walkthrough. In my opinion, the difference between a review and a walkthrough, reviews basically go over, whether or not you should get it, and stuff about, just stuff like that, and the walkthroughs just kind of show you what all it does. So this is a review. So I'm basically going to be doing a general overview of it, and size comparison, how well it does what it can do, and final verdict, I guess. So let's go ahead and take y'all around a general overview. And just said y'all, sorry for that. Alright. Okay, let's see if I can do better than my last one. My last one I seriously felt like I just got off a freaking roller coaster. Okay. These here are your indicator lights up here. This is the top of the device. This one over here at the far right is your power indicator. It glows blue when you have good adequate battery, and it starts glowing red when you're about halfway there, and then it glows. It starts blinking when you're almost dead. When your DSi is almost dead. Of course, it could be blinking red when you're almost dead, but alright. This is your charge indicator light. It glows orange when charging and turns off when it's finished. And finally, your wireless indicator light thing. It's a third light that's totally unnecessary, but okay. And over here you have your outer facing camera as well as the indicator light. We have here the basically nothing except for the headphone jack and the microphone port for some sort of proprietary microphone you can buy. Over here on the left side here you have your volume rockers. On the right you have your stylus holder and your SD card slot. On the back of the device you have your shoulder buttons. Sorry, I keep going too up close, that's another habit I get into. Your lanyard loop, this is where you store your game. And this is for where you plug in your charger. It is different from the DS original and the DS Lite, by the way. Okay, so on the inside, you have your top screen right here. You have your 2 speakers, another camera. You have a microphone, your direction pad or D-pad, power button, start, select, A, B, Y, X buttons. Okay, now that you guys know basically the physical things about the DSi, let's go ahead and go into some size comparisons and stuff like that. Yeah, so how portable is the Nintendo DSi? Well, I've got quite a few things to compare it with, so let's go ahead and figure this out. Let's start with the iPod Touch. It has a case on it, but even though the case is pretty much barely there, because that's really what it's called, we're going to take it off anyway so you guys can see. It's that, and of course it's a heck of a lot thinner. So yes. That's that. Let's go ahead and compare it to another very portable device, an iPod Nano. Alright, let's compare it to something we should all have seen at least once or twice in our life. A pair of bicycle playing cards, or just standard playing cards. There you go. You can see that. Thickness wise, about the same. DSi is a little bit thicker, but you know, what can you do? What can you say? Alright, this here is a notebook, little memo pad that I had to buy for a camping trip, for a student life camp. Thickness wise, it's a little thinner. It still is a little bit thicker. The DSi is thicker than this book here. Let's look at a pencil so we can get an idea of how long it is. This is your average size for your, this is about the size of your average pencil. Should give y'all a good idea. Let's also compare it like this. So, if we roll it, push it a little bit, I don't know. It's got that square bottom, it's kind of hard to tell. There's also a ruler. I did already measure this. I believe it is, I can't remember. The thing with this ruler here is there's no little sections. It doesn't have anything in between it, so. But you should be able to find that on some random website. And finally, this is a Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP box, or case. I decided to try this out, and actually, I mean, I still do want to, you know, DSi, or some sort of a DS made case, but just to show y'all, this actually does work. Let me see if I can set you guys down real quickly. If you just slide it in here, I would compare it to the actual Game Boy Advance SP, but I don't know where that is, but I do have it somewhere here. So, who is he? Ooh, wait. I have no idea who that guy is. Okay, yeah, you see that it fits in there perfectly. And I tried putting it over here in this pocket, thinking that it'd make more sense, but it actually, this is too tight for it, but it does fit over here. I mean, you know, you could store, like, a couple games here. I don't know if you'd want to try putting a charger in here, but certainly a few games, and, you know, maybe, some styluses, just in case. So, yeah, it's a little bit shorter, and I think width-wise it's also a little bit not as wide. Thickness-wise, if I were to break this screen part off here, which I could probably do very easily now thanks to this broken hinge, the bottom portion of this is the exact same thickness as the entire Nintendo DSi. Okay, quick, easy, short comparison. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the quality of the hardware. The quality, how well it does the stuff that it claims to be able to do. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it can do. We're not going to really go into too much of the operating system. We're just going to be taking a look at the quality of the cameras, as well as the microphone, and you know, other stuff. First of all, the tactile feedback on the buttons is, I heard the DS Lite kind of got rid of this clicking feel. The DSi brought it back, thankfully. I heard the DS Lite was a bit mushy. Probably like this power button here, except maybe not so hard to push. The L and R buttons have obviously hopefully been improved. They do have a bit of a good clicking feel to them. The tactile feedback on the buttons is pretty good. One thing I do not like about the buttons, I mean, I'm not going to try and get into pros and cons too much yet, but let me show you this. If you look at it, they bulge out. They actually convex. On the DS original, they concave, so they fit your fingers better. This feels much better than these. These literally feel like bumps. It's very, very odd that Nintendo did that. I also don't like the sheer smallness of these start and select buttons. The power button, by the way, is ridiculously hard to push. Speaking of power, let's go ahead and do a quick boot up comparison time, just because I'm sure you guys would like to know how fast it boots up. The difference is really not that significant. Really, the biggest difference is that the screens will turn on first on the DSi. In fact, let me go ahead and make sure that the volume on each is turned up all the way. Here you go, ready? Watch. Go. You'll see this turn on first. So this one turned on first. I don't know if you guys can really pick that up very easily, but this one here turned on a little bit sooner than this one, but it's really not that different. Because the main difference is that the screen backlights turn on much sooner than these do here. So, yeah.